You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Hebrews 10:36.
Good morning, YouTube. This is your girl, LJ Monique. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back, y'all. Today is January 19th. And when I tell y'all, your girl has been in the house all week, literally, because on last vlog, y'all saw at Aiden's game how it started snowing. And so, like, the rest of that weekend, the kids were out of school. In the day, the kids were out of school because Martin Luther King Day was on Monday, so they were automatically out of school on that day, and then ended up being out of school on that Tuesday as well, y'all. So your girl has literally been in the house, have not been nowhere this whole week. And when I tell y'all, I have been loving it. Like, I literally have been in my word. And let me tell y'all something though. I don't know why people think the closer you are to God, the less you will get attacked, because that could not be further from the truth. Like, your girl, for instance, yesterday literally was in my Bible all day. Reason being because I read the Bible in chronological order. I want to say the year before last, and I did it through a mobile app. This time I wanted to do it through my Bible. I think I already told you guys this. So when I decided to do that, it was already like 4 or 5 days into the new year. And I just didn't like the thought of being behind. So I literally spent all this time like catching up, and reading my word. And when I tell you while I was in my word, I was getting attacked while in my word. Like crazy. Didn't have no desire to pray, y'all. Just in a spiritual funk. Like while reading my word. Crazy, y'all. But I'm here to tell y'all real quick. Having a relationship with God does not mean that you will have a ship with no storms. It means you will have a ship that no storm can sink. So don't ever think that because you have a relationship with God, you close to him, you stay prayed up, you stay on your word, that the enemy would not want to come and attack you. That's when he really want to come get you. Like the ones that's really locked in with Jesus Christ, baby, he ready for us, period. And those times are going to come, but we won't sink. You hear me? Like, we will not be defeated. I don't know who that is for, baby, but it was definitely for myself. Okay, period. But anywho, y'all, I'm thinking this will most likely just be a weekend vlog, because like I said, I was in the house all week, so I did not do any vlogging at all. But on today's agenda, it is 10:30 a.m. I am headed to Target. I have to get a few things, and I wanted to check out the clothing section in the women's, because I've been seeing the TikTok girls, okay, eating down on the fits from Target. I'm just trying to go take a peek. Like, I've purchased work outfits from Target before, but never just like outfits or clothes or anything like that. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna meet Mom Dukes for some lunch at 12, so I really don't have like an ample amount of time to be in Target, but we're gonna make it do what it do, period. All right, y'all, we in here. It's cold as I don't know what. I should have brought a coat. I see how the devil be doing. I just don't even need to be over here. I've only purchased like the cookies and cream from this brand, but baby, look at this. White chocolate with birthday cake. Shut up. And then raspberry cheesecake. Oh my god. And then strawberries and cream. Ended up getting a raspberry cheesecake and the strawberries and cream. Pray for your girl, okay? Pray for your girl. Because the Lord knows I don't need it. I've been doing really good though, y'all. My eating, being intentional about eating more, like I told y'all last vlog. Eating more, eating often, and having less cheat meals. If y'all don't know, this EOS brand is the GOAT. I love this vanilla cashmere. I already have this one. I love the Fresh and Cozy. I've never tried these two before, but I want to say I think I'm out of the Fresh and Cozy, and I think I'm good on the vanilla cashmere. I am out of my mouthwash, and this is the brand that I started using, y'all. 10 out of 10 recommend, period. What's the one I be getting? The Healthy Smile. What else? It's another one. I want to say it's probably the green one, because I do one. I do a certain one in the morning and a certain one at night. I want to say it's this one though. Yeah, I think it is. So this is the one I do in the morning, Fresh Breath, and then this one at night, Healthy Smile. Stocking up my deodorant as well. This is the one that I'm using so far from Dove. Rose Petal, y'all. 10 out of 10 recommend. And I also need to stock up on my shaving. Y'all, I started using shave syrup now when I shave my legs. Eventually, because I already get laser on my underarms and I get it for my Brazilian, but I eventually will get laser for my whole body, so you're gonna be smooth. But until then, this is what I use for my legs and my arms. This is a new one, so I might try this one. It says Tropical Coconut Extra Moisturizing. So I use Dial in the shower as my pre-cleanse to really get me squeaky clean, and after that I go in, which I don't need anymore right now, but I use Saltaire mixed with the Glow Getter. So I bathe with both of these. I use the brown and the green and the blue. The orange is cool, but normally like around summertime when I want to be smelling like real citrusy. But yeah, y'all, it is brutally cold out there. Like, this don't make no sense. But anyhow, y'all, I'm done in Target. Your girl done spent $300 Like, I'm trying to be a girl on a budget. My accountant have been saying this for a while, and I feel like when they say budget, it's just a cuss word to me, because budget, who, what, why? But I do want to be intentional about what I'm spending money on. Making sure I'm not just buying a bunch of nonsense things I don't really need, stuff like that. But my intention was to go to the fitting room and try on some of the clothes that I put in my basket. But they already had a line there. Your girl's already on a time crunch. Y'all know I gotta meet mom for lunch in about 15 minutes from now. So I ended up just putting in the basket whatever I felt from looking at it. Whatever I felt would fit me good. So I most likely will do like a little try on haul thing when I get to the house. Possibly. Don't quote me on that. But I may just do that shit with all I had got. Oh, baby, that's my phone, baby. Hold on, baby. Y'all, so this is strawberries and cream. Y'all know the candy I got from Target? Ooh. Oh my God. Help me today, Father. Oh my God. This is so bomb, y'all. Anyhow, back home, started getting dinner prepared. Now y'all know I said we were trying to stay away from chicken and stuff, which we are. But my family still talks about meals that I've cooked and things like that. So one of them is smothered chicken with gravy over rice. Y'all, they love it. So I said, okay, I'll let y'all have this once in a while. So I started cooking that tonight. Now I'm not gonna eat it. I'm gonna make me some I've been on a catfish kick for real. So I make me some catfish tonight with some couscous and a veggie. But everybody else gonna eat smothered chicken, okay? But just unpacking all my Target stuff. I'm about to go ahead and start trying on the things that I got from Target. Let you guys see what we think, y'all. Cause it ain't nothing, baby. I got a receipt in case I got to return, okay? Jeremy, Aiden, and I went to YMCA to go do some basketball, things like that, do some drills. Aiden has another game tomorrow, so tomorrow morning. So, trying to get him ready for that. I don't want it, baby. Yeah. Let's get into the try-on haul. Okay. All right, y'all. So this is the first little try-on fit. Okay. It's giving a little bop. Definitely a little bop with the shorts. The whole thing came from Target. The top, the shorts, and the little button up, y'all. But it's cute. Now, I know y'all probably thinking like, girl, it's winter time. What are you doing? But me and Bae, our anniversary is next month, and we are definitely going out of town because it's been a minute since your girl has been on a beach. Okay, like we had did some vacations with me and him, but it was like Houston, went to Miami, but didn't go to the beach, you know, things like that. But I'm ready to go back to my first love, which is the Mexico. So we're going there next month. So I think this would be cute for like on the beach or out for brunch. All right, y'all, this is the second fit. Honestly, when I picked up this dress, I did not know that they had this little slit down here, but it's not too much, not too much. I can work with it. The sweater, like when I bought this, it's like a little button-up sweater right here, but this is on like a whole different area of the women's department. So I don't know if this is supposed to go together, but I saw it and I was like, boom, boom. This will go good. But I think this is cute, y'all. Like a little something, little slight. I'm not gonna lie, like the straps are pretty long and they're not adjustable. So, and what's crazy is that this is a small. I started to wear a medium, but I don't know, something about when I looked at it, I said, maybe I should get a small in this, but it works. As long as I have the sweater over it, it doesn't look too bad, but yeah. Okay. I just realized that was really all I got. I did get a few things to lounge around the house in. Like the white top that I wore with the first outfit, that didn't come with the matching outfit. I bought that separately. But ended up getting another little, because I felt like I needed some like little white tops to go on the shirts and stuff like that. Ended up getting this little black short sleeve shirt as well. And then also a gray one too. Because I just be wanting something just to wear underneath at times. And I came across these really soft pants. So like after I got the shower and I want to lounge around the house, I can throw these on, y'all. So about that and great about this navy blue, and that's really about it, y'all. I had another fit. I had one fit in the basket, and it was like lavender, and it was like a sweater, skirt, and it had like a matching top. The skirt part, I was gonna get in the medium, and the only size in the top they had was a small, and I was very skeptical about it because the small looked real small, and I'm in a season of I want to be comfortable, okay? I'm gonna choose being comfortable over trying to be cute. Of course, I'm gonna be comfortable and cute, but you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no beauty is pain this season. I ain't doing it. I forgot to mention, y'all. So, my girl Ray normally does my lash extensions, right? So, I ended up taking the lash extensions out. I said I was gonna take a break from them until next month. But I needed something. I need a little something, baby, because when I take the lashes off, your girl be looking like, what's that girl name off the Rugrats? Little baby doll off the Rugrats. That's what I be looking like, okay? But anyhow, I got on Amazon. And I was able to put these lashes on myself, y'all. And baby, what? For like $5, period. That's it. Now, granted, they're not going to last as long as when I hit the lash extensions and things like that. But this is just good for like when I'm going out the house. Like, just throw them on. And be good for the day. So, look, y'all. It's giving I'm a professional. What is up, y'all? Today is Tuesday, January 23rd. I know what you're thinking. Like, Friday was the last day that I actually recorded something. Don't hate me, y'all. Don't hate me. And don't hate me if this video is not longer than 20 minutes, y'all. Don't hate your girls. But I decided to get on Instagram and tell the people, like, I'm going to do a Q&A video. So I had some people send me some questions. Of course, I'm not going to do all of them because there's a lot of questions, but I will do a few. So let's get into it. First question is, at what age did you really start believing in God and trusting in Him? I've always been introduced to God. My whole family is Catholic. And I've always known that God was real, but I knew nothing about relationship. I only knew the religious aspects. You know, when you're young, they say, if you sin, you're going to hell, you need to go to church every Sunday. That's all they told me. That was it. No, nothing about no relationship, nothing about prayer, nothing like that at all. So it wasn't until I had my son I got pregnant at 19 and had my oldest son at 20. And it wasn't until then that I really started to develop a relationship with God. I don't know if it was because I was on that single mother thing and I was like, I tried everything else, let me try God. I can't really think back on what it really was that sparked my interest in wanting to deepen a relationship, but I started going to church. I got baptized when my son was probably about 2 or 3 years old, but I was still living that lukewarm life because let me tell y'all something. Just because you get baptized in the water does not mean that you've been baptized with the Holy Spirit. So I was baptized in the water, but I did not accept the Holy Spirit into my life, which made me waver, made me be lukewarm, one foot in, one foot out, things like that. And if I'm being honest, when I got with my husband and we both knew God and things like that, and we decided that we wanted to grow in Christ together. And it wasn't until I got with him that we both really started putting our foot on the gas and really living for Christ. God has shown up plenty of times in my life. Like, the evidence is here. Like, my life is evidence that God is real. So many things has come to fruition, things that I prayed about, you know what I'm saying? Not even, when you talk about materialistic things, like, baby, I have so much peace. I have so much joy in my life. Like, even when things are not going right, I know that things are going to work. That word says that, Romans 8:28 says that all things work for the good of those who love Him. So I know at the end of the day, like, if I'm going through anything or battling through something, it's going to work out in my favor. whatever. Even if it's not the way I see fit, but God knows best, not only what he wants for me. Question number 2 is, what was your favorite vacation destination? So if I'm being honest, I love Mexico. I love me some Mexico. And it's crazy because on my bucket list, I want to go to Fiji. I want to go to Bora Bora. I want to go to all them exotic overseas, real overseas places. But my husband and I, we just don't feel good about being on a plane for 16 hours plus. Like, I can't, I don't know. I can't, like, being in the air for that many hours. Like, when I overcome that, then we can go to bigger and better places. But it's just the thought of being on a plane for that long. I'm just, y'all, I can't. I know they say it's worth it and things like that, but look, I'll pray about it. Number 3 is, are you an introvert or extrovert? And I'm going to add this in this question as well. Do you like small talk? Now, if you know, you know. Your girl is definitely a introvert. I would say I'm an introvert, but I can be an extrovert around people that I feel comfortable with. So like with my husband and my best friend and my family, like you would say, you probably see me and think I'm an extrovert. Even on social media, you probably think I'm an extrovert, but like in the real world, meeting new people, things like that, I'm real introverted. I don't know. I don't know what it is. That's just how I am. Now, I'm not like a mean introvert, so where like, oh, don't nobody talk to me, you know, things like that. I can't be, if I'm being honest. But I'm really not, for the most part. Like, if you're giving good vibes and good energy and my discernment is good when it comes to you and your intentions, then yeah, we good. But that's the thing, like where I am at in my life, I'm very particular about who I have in my space, the type of conversation I'm entertaining and things like that. So that also plays a factor in why I'm such an introvert. I don't just talk to any and everybody. And I think that I'm better than anybody else, but I really value my spiritual, my mental, and things like that. And so you have to be very mindful about the environment you put yourself in, the people that you talk to, and things like that. Do you like small talk? Absolutely not. I'm that girl that gets to the point when talking to me. Like, period. I am so serious. Get to the point. If you write me and be like, hey, I'm not going to write back, because get to the point. Like, what do you need? What do you need? Number 4 is, when was the moment you decided to step out on faith and trade full time? All right, let me give you a little background story. So when I met my husband, I was working at a hospital doing labor and delivery. I was a surgical tech, which means that I assisted the doctors in delivering the babies and things like that. Loved it. That was one of the things I had prayed about, and I got it. Only worked 3 days out the week, 7 to 7. I mean, life was pretty much good. I worked nights, and you know, nighttime, get that pay at night. But when my husband presented me the opportunity of like, if you want to work, you can work. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of nervous because your girl was a straight, independent woman. Like, it really took a lot of like faith and trust in my husband, and knowing that he's been led by God. So that really gave me a peace of mind. But I said, okay, I'ma just not work. And so I wasn't working for a little bit, and then I was thinking, this just don't feel right. Like, I need to be making some type of money, some type of way. And I opened up a boutique. If you know, you know. If you remember, I did a boutique for a while, probably say like a year, and then it started to feel like a job. So that's why I stopped. Anything that felt like a job, I just don't want to do. That's what I developed over time. And then my husband, he's traded always ever since we got together, but I was never interested because I'm like, that looked too technical. I cannot do it. But he introduced me to Forex. I did a little bit of Forex, but I wasn't really grasping it like that. But then when binary came around, he taught me that, and the first day that he taught me, I made $4,000 and blew the whole account, y'all, because it felt like the casino. It felt like Monopoly money, like, y'all. And the fact that it only took me 1 day to learn the skill, and I made $4,000. I turned $500 into $4,000, and my husband was like, you got a gift, you anointed. And as time went on, like, I kept killing the markets. Like I said, if you know, you know, like, I make money. I'm a really risky trader. So I want to say that first day that he taught me and I made that $4,000, I knew, like, I can do this full time. Like, I can do this full time. Like, this is perfect. It doesn't feel like a job. It still gives me that freedom of time, and I'm still bringing in the income on my own. So y'all. And it's not like, if I'm being honest, it's not like I need to bring income because my husband pays the bills. Like, I haven't paid a bill since since we've been married. I say that because when we were dating, things were kind of different. I was making more money and things like that. But as things took off, you know, when we first started dating, he told me, he said, I'm going to get to the point to where you will have a choice if you want to work or not. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because I'm used to people who work at 9 to 5, getting a paycheck every 2 weeks like I was. And that was that. But he already had the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was crazy. And he really did it. Like, glory be to God always for sending me my man, my man, my man. Number 5 is, what is your favorite thing you're looking forward to with the move to Houston? Baby, to sum it all up, new beginnings. Like, your girl's not even from Oklahoma. I am from New Orleans. I moved up here literally like a month before Katrina hit. That's not my guy right there. My mom was already living up here with the guy that she met, and I was still living with my grandparents in New Orleans. And then when it was time for me to start high school, my grandparents said, do you want to go live with your mom in Oklahoma, or you want to stay here with us? They said, if you stay here with us, you going to all-girl Catholic school. And I'm thinking like, I'm going with moms, okay, period. So moved with moms, and literally a month later, Katrina hit. And y'all, that the timing was impeccable for me, but for my family, no. Of course, lost everything, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm looking forward to new beginnings. My husband has lived in Oklahoma his whole life, and he said he never just thought about just moving anywhere else. And the more we are growing in all areas of our life, we just really feel like we have outgrown Oklahoma. So we are ready to tackle on new beginnings and new connections. You know what I'm saying? New connections. The schools are better. It's more things to do. Like, I love Houston. And it's crazy because Houston was a vision before we ever visited Houston. Like, when we moved in our first house, we talked about moving to Houston before even ever being there, ever visiting it. So that's how I know it's God. Like, that's his promise for us. So remember this video, okay? Because like I told y'all, we in this rent house, waiting to sell our home here, and then once that gets sold, we can be moving on out. Lord willing, moving out by this summer. So just remember this video, because this is God's word. This is his reputation is on the line. Okay, not mine. And my God, when he promised something, baby, he gonna come through. So wait on it. Number 6 is, can you make some trading videos? Now, of course, I knew this was gonna come. I don't mind making trading videos. I will make some trading videos. I'm actually in the midst of doing a compound plan. I deposited, y'all know I took a break from trading for a minute. So yesterday I got back in, deposited $800. I'm doing like a compound plan for 30 days. At the end of 30 days, I'm supposed to be at 52K, but we gonna see. We gonna see, Lord willing. But yeah, turn the $800 into 52K in 30 days. So I can do some trading videos, but if y'all start asking me to teach you how to trade, that's when the answer is no. Like, that's my husband's calling. That's his gift, is to teach people how to trade. Mine is to get people closer to Christ, Bible studies, teach you how to pray. Like, that's my thing. That's what your girl here for. I'm not here to teach people how to trade, but I will always politely send people to my husband's way, because that's who taught me, and that's all. Number 7 is, how did you prepare a budget before coming into wealth? Now, we all know that budget, the word budget, is like a cuss word. If I'm just being honest, that's just what it is. So we were in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, right? And the Lord told us to break the lease of our apartment and move into my brother-in-law's house. So we presented the idea to my brother-in-law. He said yes, glory be to God. And that's a lot. Like, you're willing to take in me, my husband, and our kids. Like, that's a lot. So that we broke the lease and moved into my brother-in-law's house. So the goal was for us to get our credit right, us to save up money so we can be homeowners. Because of course our family was growing, was having these kids, but we had our 2 youngest boys back to back, and our family was growing. That 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment was not about to do it anymore. So definitely stepped out on faith then. And while I was living in my brother-in-law, we really sacrificed. Like, we only did date nights once a month. Like, it was really like no ordering now, nothing like that. So the budget was a budget for real back then. Really being intentional about our spending habits, focused on the needs, not the wants. But if I'm being honest with you, once the money did start coming in, we kind of lost our way of budgeting, because you think, you know what I'm saying, I got money now, I don't need to budget, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Like, our accountant always tell us, like, y'all need to have a budget. And I'm thinking like, no, sis, no. But as I matured over time, a budget is definitely important. No matter how much money you make, a little bit, middle class, upper class, low class, whatever the case may be, a budget is needed. You need to know where your money is going, because I know we have all been here. When you look at your account and you talk to your accountant and they tell you how much you made for the year, and you like, where'd that money go? We made what? then where is it at? Exactly. That's why we need a budget. Like, even when it comes to vacations, because that's one thing. If I'm gonna spend money on something, it's gonna be to take a trip. Like, I like the luxury. I just love a good trip. Like, y'all can keep the clothes, the shoes, and all that extra stuff like that, the jewelry and all that. Y'all see, I wear the same stuff, same jewelry and all that every day. When it comes to a trip, I will spend a bag on a trip, okay? But even when it comes to that needs to be budgeted as well. So, number 8 is, how do you keep the consistency in your spiritual life? For me, it's up and down. I personally feel like consistency comes after discipline. You definitely have to create certain disciplines and habits in your life to where once you start doing it repeatedly, it becomes second nature. Like, you can't even see yourself not doing it. And honestly, that's what it is for me. I was not always a reader. I didn't like to read. I have now grown a love for reading books in the Word of God. It just, I love it so much. But it took me actually setting a time, like having a time that I get up. Like, you have to be intentional. Be intentional when it comes to your spiritual life and your time with God. Be intentional. Treat that relationship like a relationship, not a to-do list. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wake up, oh, I prayed, check, I read my word, check. You know, no, it's a relationship. So just like a relationship with your spouse, your kids, your friends, you want to water that daily, right? Because what you don't water will eventually die. So for me, I'm intentional. If I got to be at the gym at 6, my alarm is set for 4 a.m. I'm getting up at 4 a.m. because I don't like my time with God to be rushed. And I feel like an hour and a half is ample amount of time for me to get into my word, for me to get into worship, for me to get into prayer. That's what it is. Like, I'm up before my kids get up to make sure I don't have no distractions at all. Now, I'm not going to say I always wake up overjoyed about getting into the word and prayer. Like, there's some days that I don't feel like it, if I'm being honest. Like, when I have my rough moments or going through spiritual warfare, the first thing to go is always my prayer life. When it comes to reading the word, that's really like second nature. Like, I'm gonna read that word, I'm gonna study it. But when it comes to my prayer life, that normally be the first to decline if I am experiencing like spiritual warfare, under attack, things like that. But I would say definitely create habits and stick to them. Be intentional, and we gotta start making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can get on social media, right, every single day, you got time to have time for God. That's just what it is. Like, we make time for everything else. But like I say, you think I want to go to the gym? You think I want to eat healthy all the time? I don't always want to do these things, but I like the results. And that's the same when it comes to my relationship with Christ. I like the peace I am filled with, the joy, y'all. Just everything. Like, after I walk out of that room from prayer and reading my word, I feel ready to tackle on the day. So like I said, for me, staying consistent is, I know how I am when I don't start my day with God, and I know how I am when I do, and that's gonna keep my foot on the gas. And I'm not filled with the Spirit, I am a wreck, and I'm not a nice person, and I don't want that to pour into my marriage. I don't want that to pour into my kids, anything like that. So consistency is important. Consistency and discipline. Discipline is going to show up when you're not motivated to. Number 9 is, how do you allow God to lead you in wanting a soft/rich life without being materialistic? Materialistic is when things have you. It's when you start finding your identity in like name brands and the things that you have, more so than your identity being in Jesus Christ. So for me, a soft life, and you gotta know your definition of a soft life. So for me, a soft life with just freedom. Like, I never thought about the money aspect of it. I just knew that I wanted to be free. I wanted to have those soft and slow mornings, you know what I'm saying? Like, not stressed out, hectic, running all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Like, a soft life was really like being at peace and being in Christ and having that joy. Like, a soft life through Christ is where it's really. When we first came across money, it was a big thing. But like I told you guys in the previous video, that I was getting those things because I was influenced, and I thought like, oh, if I have this show, the Chanel and stuff like that, you know, whatever. But now it's like, I know me. Like, I know who I am and whose I am and what I really like. And I can, like I said, I can make something pop with a Walmart outfit, with a Target outfit. You would never know, because I'm gonna put it together like bam, 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 thank you, man. But yeah, just don't let nice things have you. It's okay to have nice things. When we look in the Bible and we see a lot of people who are wealthy in the Bible, but your identity should not be in those things. And let's not forget the story when it had the rich man and the Lord told him to leave all your possessions and follow me, and he didn't. Why? Because nice things had him. Materialistic things had him. His money, his riches had him. He was not rooted in Jesus Christ. Number 10 is, you're going through the worst mentally. What do you do to get yourself out of the funk? Everything starts with the mind. Everything starts with a thought. Even sin, like it starts with a thought and then followed by an action. So really just casting down every imagination that's not obedient to Christ. Like really renewing our minds daily and being intentional about it. I have my days when the enemy will try to plant seeds in my mind, and immediately, like, I'm either running to my husband so he can pray over me, or I'm just running to the word, or I'm just doing both and just being in prayer and worship. Worship confuses the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So definitely worship, getting into my word, getting into prayer, and having my loved ones pray over me as well.